We're the Munsters.
We're the Munsters.
We went to sleep many years ago, and we woke up with a brand new show. We're the Munsters.
We're the Munsters.
Oh, yeah! Lily, why do we need wallpaper? I think our house looks as beautiful as the day we moved in.
Well, I do try to keep it nice and dusty.
Uncle Herman, wallpaper would make a nice change.
Why change something that's perfectly old and decrepit?
What on earth was that explosion?
My latest batch of hair tonic.
Your hair tonic never exploded before.
I had to use synthetic wolfsbane.
Grandpa, I still can't believe you're making your own hair tonic. Why don't you just use neck and shoulders like I do?
That's right, Grandpa. It certainly got rid of Eddie's fleas, and his mane has never been more manageable.
Rapunzel herself gave me that tonic recipe. It'd still work if I could get real wolfsbane. Leonard, turn down the burner! I told him to turn it off when it reached a rolling boil.
Hey, why are you still using your old Bunsen burner when we got you that nice new microwave for Halloween?
My great-grandfather used that burner. If it was good enough for him, it's good enough for me.
Oh, get with it, Grandpa. It's almost the 21st century. I mean, you don't want to be left out in the cold.
That's right. And you know how the cold makes your rigor mortis flare up.
I still say the old ways are best.
Not true. Grandpa, where would we be without modern technology? We wouldn't have air pollution.
No oil slicks on the beaches.
There'd be no larvae pupating in my medfly ranch.
Leonard, I trusted you.
Oh, Grandpa, you can't keep blaming Leonard for all these accidents.
You're right. Stanley, I told you to keep an eye on Leonard.
Grandpa, what were you trying to make? Cannonballs?
Great-grandfather's Bunsen burner.
Grandpa, these explosions have got to stop. Now, you promised that you would get one of those butane burners.
I will. Don't rush me.
Rush? You've been promising to do it for 60 years.
You don't know how to use one, do you?
No, I don't.
Oh, Grandpa, why don't you go to the Mockingbird Heights University?
What for?
Well, you can brush up on your chemistry there.
All right. I'll go to school. I'll learn the modern stuff. It doesn't take a ton of bricks to fall on me.
Because oxidation will immediately commence forthwith.
Why don't you just say your rake will rust if you leave it out overnight?
Mr. Dracula, I am not going to ask you again to be quiet.
That's good, because I have no intention of keeping quiet while you bore these kids stiff. Chemistry should be fun.
The science of chemistry is serious business. There is absolutely no room in a lab for fun.
Oh, yeah? Try telling that to Alexander Graham Bell.
You want us to believe you knew Alexander Graham Bell?
Who do you think lent him the nickel for his first phone call? In fact, I personally talked him out of inventing the Alexander Graham cracker. Al, I said, you're much too good to be a baker. Invent something with a little ring to it.
Look, Smarty, if you know so much, what are you doing in an introductory chemistry class?
Not much in this one.
Mr. Dracula, you are without a doubt the... Class, I have to go speak to the Dean of Students for a moment. While I'm talking to Dean Martin, I want you all to memorize the entire periodic table. There will be a quiz when I return. And you, Mr. Dracula, had better not have any more trouble up your sleeve.
No more trouble. Just this.
Wow. Hey, how'd you do that?
It's a professional secret involving molecular structure. Now, let me show you what my old buddy Merlin taught me.
Well, here are the wallpaper colors he asked me to get.
Oh, wonderful, dear.
Oh, look, they're all so beautiful. It's going to be difficult to decide.
Charcoal is my favorite, but black is beautiful.
Hey, listen, you guys. Do you have any idea how depressing it'll be around here if everything is black?
Yes.
I feel like 235 again.
Grandpa, you look wonderful. Your skin is sallow and you have darker circles under your eyes.
I've been studying up a storm. I taught the kids in my class how to make thunder and lightning. Those kids think I'm the best thing since day-glow embalming fluid. There's something about being around inquisitive young minds that makes my blood flow redder.
Oh, speaking of colors, Grandpa, what do you think of these?
Grungy paper.
You mean you like them?
And so many people consider Archimedes the father of chemistry. Any problem with that?
Not unless you have any interest in accuracy.
Mr. Dracula, I have just about had it with you. You are cluttering up their minds with outdated facts that are not in the syllabus.
Outdated? Scientific facts are never outdated. Just because your silly bus doesn't talk about things like changing gold into lead.
Don't tell me. Do you still believe that old wives' tale?
None of my old wives told me that tale.
Okay, Mr. Know-It-All. Let's see you turn this gold watch into lead.
But Professor Forbes, what if he can do it?
Oh, please.
I hold it in my hand, thus, blow on it 3 times, and whisper the incantation. Spirits of the living dead, transform this watch from gold to lead. Voila!
Mickey hasn't even broken into a sweat.
One more time. Spirits of the living dead, transform this watch from gold to lead.
I think we have had enough of your old vaudeville routines, Mr. Dracula.
I don't understand. I've been able to do this since I was a kid.
Which was a very, very long time ago. Now, you old charlatan, take your antiquated ideas and get out of my class.
But
I said leave, you old bat. Out. And don't slam the door on your way out.
Lily, could you get some more scalding water for my hot water bottle?
In a minute, Grandpa. If I stop now, we won't get any nice lumps under the paper.
I'd get it myself, but I don't have a cane.
Grandpa, you're not that old.
I'm old, very old. Professor Forbes knows it, the students know it, and now I know it. Why am I always the last to know?
I'll get the hot water, Aunt Lily.
Thank you, dear.
Grandpa, how do you like the paper?
It's too bright in here, I can't tell. Eddie, would you turn down the lights for your grandpa?
Sure.
Tomorrow, I'm calling old Doc Cutter for an eye exam.
There is nothing wrong with your eyes.
Who said that?
Grandpa, you were okay yesterday.
That was then, this is now. When you're as old as I am, things start failing fast.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, I forget.
Here you go, Grandpa. Nice and hot.
You are such a comfort in my old age.
Grandpa, get up. Get some exercise. Help us wallpaper.
I'm too weak.
What?
I'm too weak.
Oh!
I am old. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'll walk. Lily.
All right, Grandpa. I'll help you.
Lily, are you sure this idea will work?
It will, if we lay it on thick. Grandpa, it's time to wake up. Oh, there you are. Come on, sit down, you poor old thing. Put your lap robe around you. We have brought you breakfast.
Good, I'm hungry. I could eat a horse.
Oh, no, that would be much too rich and high in fiber for you, old-timer. We brought a nice bowl of strained iguana broth. And while you eat, we'll tell you our good news.
What? You got the ear trumpet I wanted?
Better! Shady Moore, the rest home right next to my funeral parlor, is going to have a vacancy in a couple of hours.
How do you know that?
It's my business to know.
Oh, and it's perfect, Grandpa. You can move right in, and they have round-the-clock attendants that will watch you every minute.
Of course, you're going to have to give up night flying, but then you're too old for that anyway.
As much as we love you, we feel it's in your best interest if we...
Lock you up and throw away the key. You said to lay it on thick.
Well, you were using a shovel.
Force of habit.
Grandpa, we're going up to the attic now and get your travel coffin.
How does it sound, Grandpa? A nice, peaceful future with nothing to do and nothing to look forward to.
All right. Maybe it's for the best. Goodbye, Stanley. Bye, Leonard. Goodbye, eel. Goodbye, eel. Goodbye, eel.
Grandpa, is it really true you're leaving?
I guess so, Eddie.
Can I go with you?
No. Old folks' homes are for old folks.
Then why are you going? You're not old.
Yes, I am. Professor Forbes said I was.
Well, what does he know? He's never seen you fly a 3-minute mile.
I did that yesterday without even losing my breath.
And I'll bet that dumb old Professor Forbes can't hurdle tombstones in the cemetery like you can.
Are you kidding? He wouldn't make it over the first crypt.
Well?
Eddie, you're right. Forbes is a boob. I'm not in my twilight years yet. Twilight Zone, maybe.
Wow, Grandpa, now you're starting to sound like your old self again.
You bet your cauldron. How dare he call me an old bat? The old bat?
Gee, Grandpa, what are you gonna do?
Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is find out where my experiment went wrong. Ah! Eddie, how would you like to assist the greatest living scientist in an experiment?
Outrageous!
It is imperative to recognize the effects that are impacted when a condensation of reconversion results in...
I have returned.
like heartburn after a chili cheeseburger.
I brought my family with me.
There's a strong resemblance.
Thank you. He's not as big a windbag as you said he was.
Mr. Dracula, I distinctly remember asking you to leave my class.
And I distinctly left. Give me your watch.
You've already tried some half-baked hocus-pocus on my watch, and I think you have disrupted my class for the last time.
Oh, come on, Professor. Give him another chance.
Yeah.
Spirits of the living dead, transform this watch from gold to lead, and the magic word, please.
Big deal. I bet you can't turn it back.
You're right, I can.
More cheap parlor tricks.
He never does that in our parlor.
Look, you. I have been teaching the same class in the same way for the last 33 years. I know what I'm doing. The old ways are the best.
That's exactly what I used to think. But thanks to my family and this class, I now march to a different tuba.
As our son would say, that's my pop.
Professor Forbes, I'm gonna do you a big favor.
I use my own fragrance, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the wonderful world of science. With the help of my good friend Vladimir here, who I love this guy, we'll open up lands you never dreamed existed.
Don't push it, Forbes.
Any questions?
I have a question. What happens when you pour this stuff into this stuff?
No, don't!
Whoops.
It's absolutely perfect.
Lily, I thought our home was fine before, but after seeing it like this, there's no comparison. comparison.
Is it just me, or...
It's just you.